Alright, you must make yourself comfortable and close your eyes now. Just separate your hands and let them lie loosely in your lap, or by your sides if that is more comfortable. It's better if your legs are uncrossed, but it doesn't matter if you feel your need to move just slightly. Now and again, you don't have to be absolutely still. Just be comfortable and relax the whole body as much as you can. Now I want you to take a deep breath and hold it for a moment before breathing out slowly. Just allowing your whole body to relax as you do so. I want you to keep your eyes closed now and just keep listening quietly to the sound of my voice. You will be aware of those other sounds too. Sounds inside the building, sounds from outside, maybe passing traffic, but these won't disturb you. In fact, they'll help you to relax, because just for now, the whole world outside is absolutely unimportant to you. The only sound you're interested in is the sound of my voice. And while you're listening to the sound of my voice, I want you to concentrate for a moment on your breathing. Breathing slowly and steadily and evenly, just as if you were trying to convince somebody that you were absolutely sound asleep. And as you breathe out each time, allow your whole body to relax more and more, so that you gradually find yourself feeling as if your whole body was sinking further and further into the chair with each breath you breathe. You feel so beautifully relaxed now. Nobody wanting anything, nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing whatsoever for you to do except to relax. I want you to just let your mind and your imagination drift, feeling lazy, easy, and comfortable. I want you to imagine that you're standing on the terrace of a lovely old house. A house like a stately home or a country mansion. You can feel the sun on your head and shoulders. It's not too hot, just comfortable. And there's a gentle breeze playing against your skin. As you look around you, you notice an elegant marble flight of steps. 10 broad steps leading down into a beautiful sunken garden. A garden where you sense peace, well-being, and comfort. Make it really vivid in your mind. In a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0, and as I count all the way down from 10 to 0, I want you to imagine that each number is a step down on this beautiful staircase. A step down towards this beautiful garden. And each step you take is another step down into deeper and even deeper levels of relaxation. By the time I get to 0, you will be as deeply relaxed as you can ever imagine. You will still hear my voice and be able to respond to the sound of my voice. 10. Take the first step down now, relaxing and letting go. 9. Feeling more and more relaxed. No need to hurry, plenty of time. 8. Moving down easily now, deeper and deeper. 6. Deeper still, your breathing becomes slower and steadier. 5. Really relaxing now, just completely let go. 4. Becoming calmer and calmer. 3. Calmer still now. 2. More and more relaxed. 1. All the way down now to 0. And now you find yourself in this wonderful garden. You can feel the softness of the newly cut grass beneath your feet. As the scent of masses upon masses of brightly colored flowers seems to envelop you, there's a gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly in the stillness of the air. It's almost a magical place, stretching into the distance as far as the eye can see in all directions. There are beautiful shrubs, tall elegant trees, and an ornamental fountain which seems to feed into a gently trickling stream. This fascinates you, and you wander to the edge of the stream and gently lower yourself down onto the soft, grassy bank and just sit for a while, gazing into the cool, clear water, marveling at the sense of tranquility that sweeps over you, and listening to the faint sound of the fountain splashing in the pool that feeds the gentle stream. After a little while you lay back on the grass and gaze up at the clearest of blue skies. As you relax more and more, your eyes begin to close and you just drift off into a deep, relaxing sleep. And as you sleep, you have a dream. You dream that your whole body is becoming lighter and lighter, so that you feel you must surely begin to float on air at any moment. And then you feel yourself just floating and drifting, gently borne aloft and supported by the softest of warm breezes. And you can somehow see through your closed eyelids that you're floating in a sea of color. A warm sea of color that relaxes and comforts you as you drift. Suspended in warmth and color that seems somehow unreal. And yet at the same time, it has a comfortingly familiar feel to it. You're aware of the misty reds and orange, soft muted yellow tones, gentle greens and blues that have somehow like clouds, and the deepest, softest indigos and violets that you could ever imagine. And it begins to dawn on you that you're floating in a rainbow. A magical rainbow. Because in this rainbow, time and space don't exist. You might have floated there for a moment, for 100 years, maybe for a lifetime, or just perhaps for the blinking of an eye. You could have floated forwards in time, to a time that could be far beyond our future, or maybe back in time, back before your own lifetime. It gradually begins to seem to you that you might even be able to float here for as long as you wish. With this wonderful relaxed feeling, just floating and drifting through this magical sea of gentle flowing colors where time seems to be suddenly of so little importance. You're still pondering these thoughts when you feel yourself beginning to float gently downwards, lower and lower, softly sinking down through this beautiful rainbow, becoming even more relaxed, more lazy, until eventually you realize you've stopped floating downwards. You find yourself on the shore of a tranquil lake, a large tranquil lake, surrounded by softly rolling hills that are shrouded in a gentle silver mist. There are trees and sweetly scented flowering shrubs, and grasses growing at the water's edge, and everything is bathed in a beautiful golden light. A golden light that seems to bathe everything in its warmth. You find yourself marveling at the sense of deep calmness and comfort that seems to fill your entire being as you stroll lazily along the sandy shore of this wonderful lake, noticing, with a sort of lazy curiosity, that it seems to be constantly changing color. Subtle changes blending so smoothly that it's difficult for you to know exactly when blue has become a deep, soft violet, or when deep violet becomes a relaxing, translucent green. The changes of color fascinate you, and you settle yourself down onto a small, smooth rock and gaze across the crystal clear waters. Every so often, something, a fish maybe, just something, just breaks the surface, creating ripples that seem to flow gently and endlessly in all directions. Ripples that eventually lap against the edges of the rock that you're sitting on. You smile and lean forward to dabble your hand amongst them. And as you do so, you create even more ripples. Ripples that shimmer in a kaleidoscope of colors across the lake, interacting with the others and making new ever-changing patterns. You realize that this tranquil place is the pool of all knowledge, that while you are here, you are part of everything, and everything is part of you. You find it easy, so very easy, to open your mind, to let go of barriers to memory or learning. And now your mind is prepared and receptive to everything I'm going to say to you. And everything I say, if it's for your benefit, will be accepted and acted upon by the subconscious. It will have a steadily increasing effect upon the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you behave. The influence of these suggestions are here for your benefit. They will continue to increase over the coming days, weeks, and months. This is far from being the only effective way to deal with your pain. It is a method. Now that you're lying there so relaxed, I want you to think for a few moments about your pain. Just let your mind observe it in a detached sort of way, so it causes little discomfort, far less discomfort than when you actually used to, in fact. If I wonder if you can put a color to that pain, tell me what color that pain would be if it were to have a color. Think about it. Is it maybe sort of a red color? Pain is often sort of red, or maybe bright yellow. Good. Well done. So it's sort of a color. I bet you never thought of that pain as having a color. Now here's something similar for you to think about. I want you to imagine what sort of color would be there if there wasn't any pain. Let your mind think about that for a moment or two. What color might there be if there was no pain? Just comfort. Just comfort where the pain used to be. What sort of color is that where the pain used to be? Could it be a green? Maybe a blue. A lot of people see blue as a comfort color. Or perhaps you have your own healing color. Good. You're getting really clever at putting colors to feelings, aren't you? I bet you didn't know you could do that before today. Now, what sort of color would we get if we mixed your pain color and your comfort color? What if we mixed the pain of red with the comfort of blue? Would you see an indigo? Right, so if we manage to get some of your pain dissolving into that healing color, we would get and see and feel for the indigo, right? Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Use your own special skills and decide what's best. A lotion or gel can repeatedly be applied. A special bowl where healing fluid can pour from the taps. A tube of healing balm. A penetrating ointment. Whatever will work best for you. How would you prefer the healing compound to be? Whatever works for you. Let's try a huge tub of healing gel. Don't worry, there's plenty more if we need it. But just for a moment, I want you to imagine plunging your hand into that tube of gel and taking a really big handful of it. Can you feel it in your hand? Is it warm or cool? Good. Now in your mind, just rub that gel gently into your painful areas. Can you see it changing color? It's changing to that wonderful indigo, isn't it? Now you can feel the pain steadily diminishing. That's good. Now in your mind, just rinse that gel away with cool, clear water. Just rinsing away the pain that used to be in your body. Doesn't that feel good? Right. Now let's do that all again. Grab another handful of that gel and rub it into another painful area. What's happening this time? Is the color changing far more slowly? That's because there's far less pain now to change the color. And next time, I bet the color will be hardly changed at all. Good. You did that beautifully well. Isn't the power of the subconscious amazing? Once you learn how to communicate with it, now you'll be able to do that whenever you need to. Just relax yourself as much as you can and do exactly the same thing we've done today. And do you know that each time you do it, the benefit will last even longer? Just know that that tub of healing gel is always here for you whenever you need it.